The BRICS countries could revalue gold to $3,000 per ounce. Silver, easily $50 or $60 per ounce. Remember all that talk over the summer about a BRICS unified gold-backed currency that turned out to be an absolute nothing burger? Well, everybody seems to have completely forgotten about that. But do we need to pay attention to not a gold-backed currency, but just a revaluation by the BRICS countries that are growing in power, a revaluation of the gold price and the silver price that could send things moving and moving quickly? Let's look at all the evidence, get the answers in this video, and let's do it right now. Hey, it's a big deal when you decide to join me here in the basement. I will put out a piece of content every single day for the rest of my life. You're always welcome here. It's a big honor when you join me. I want you to come back. Please subscribe to the channel. Give this video a thumbs up. Now, what's the first glaring sign that we could be in for this revaluation of gold and silver by the BRICS? We need look no further than the price action in gold and silver over the last few months. For the first time in a long time, the manipulators who were always able through the Comex and the LBMA to tamp down the price of silver, tamp down the price of gold, are running into stiff resistance. Their ability to sell silver short, sell gold short, has been encumbered over the last few months in the face of a strengthening dollar. The price of silver, the price of gold have remained very stable, and in the case of gold, very high, holding above $2,000 per ounce. The manipulators are getting a little nervous, and the game that they've played for decades isn't quite as accommodative. And this is because the BRICS are growing in power. Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, Iran, Saudi Arabia, Egypt, Ethiopia, the United Arab Emirates, and a host of other countries that have explicitly said they want to join the BRICS are growing in power and transforming the precious metals markets. So while the West tries to sell silver and gold, the East, the BRICS countries, are more than happy to absorb all that selling, and in many cases buy even more, which is why we've seen the gold price hold above $2,000, why we hear that the wholesale market for silver, the big 1,000 ounce bars, remains robust. But what explicit signs have we heard from these Eastern countries who are transforming the market? Haven't they told us explicitly that they want to move away from the dollar? De-dollarization, a term coined by Goldman Sachs almost a decade ago, is becoming a real phenomena right now. And we have concrete proof that it's going on as countries are selling their U.S. treasuries, buying things like gold, and on top of that, conducting an ever-increasing number of financial transactions amongst themselves in their own native currencies. But that's where it gets real interesting. Before I talk about that, let's say thank you to channel sponsor Pimbex. If you want to get your hands on some gold, silver, or platinum before the BRICS countries eat it all up, do yourself a favor, check out Pimbex. They check all the boxes: best prices, best selection, and best service. Now, what's this big factor we need to consider when we're talking about the BRICS and them doing transactions? De-dollarization. They may not trust the United States or the U.S. dollar because it's been weaponized, but they also don't really trust each other either. So if they're not going to trust the dollar and they're not going to trust each other and each other's currencies, or at least have a fair level of suspicion, what do you think they would trust? Do you think they might decide to trust our old friend gold and silver that have been money, have been a way to facilitate financial transactions over decades, centuries, really over the millennia? I think they would. Does that maybe explain to us why we have the world central banks buying gold at a faster pace than really almost any time in history? Well, at least since like 1950. Does it feel like to you we have a growing number of countries with growing economies that are explicitly moving away from the dollar, moving toward gold, that we don't really need an explicit gold-backed official currency, although that's not off the table? But we could certainly expect any time that they could decide to revalue gold, to get it up to a level where they feel it's priced fairly. True price discovery, because we've heard from these countries, in the case of both gold and silver, many times that they believe the price is artificially low. So while we may not get the full-blown gold-backed currency between them, if they're able to revalue their gold, they then have a foundation, a tether to their currency that they can use when doing business with each other. I hope you enjoyed this video. I want you to come back. Please come back to the basement. I'm here every single day. It's a big honor when you join me, and I'll look forward to seeing you soon. If you're looking to buy gold, silver, or platinum, do yourself a favor and check out Comex, the online precious metals bullion dealer and sponsor of Ron's Basement. I was a happy customer before they offered to support the channel. You'll find they have the best prices, quality, and service. I think Comex is best, and you will too. And be sure to tell them that you're from Ron's Basement. Fortuna Silver Mines is a global intermediate gold and silver producer. Since 2005, Fortuna's best-in-class management has delivered impressive growth and profits. Fortuna's solid financial position and operational expertise allows for performance in any precious metals price cycle and provides a foundation from which to harvest great profits in more favorable metals markets. Investing in Fortuna is an investment in quality, long-term, sustainable production of in-demand precious and base metals.